remember the days, all those years ago that never fade away. And I remember your face when you hit the ground. I can recall the time and place on a midnight walk through the old streets, trying to turn back the clock to the days of old, back to the days when all the things we knew were made of gold. As the world moves on, time sings a song. In the old neighborhood, as the clock strikes one, the memory lives just as it stood, like a quiet dream. The shadows of that time are cast beneath the streetlight beam. As the world moves on, time sings a song. Don't cry, don't cry. As the days move along, you can remember their song. I remember the days. Looking back, I can't see clearly how we had it made. And I remember every face. And when I think of them, it takes me to that time and place. As the world moves on, time sings a song. Don't cry, don't cry. As the days move along, you can remember that song. Don't cry, don't cry. As the days move along, you can remember this song.
Okay, so the cleaning is done, all that I was going to do today, and all the fabrics. If you were on my community tab, you saw that I posted some fabric and said that you wouldn't get to find out until Friday what I was going to make out of them. In case you didn't see that, here's some of the fabric. Monopoly. This is like word search. More Monopoly. And for some reason, I can't remember the name of these, but you know what it is, where you find the words. Yeah, you know what it is. And then there's these two pieces that came with it, so I may incorporate those into this. But I'm going to make, do you have an idea? Bowl cozies. I'm going to make these bowl cozies because the person that I'm making them for, they play a lot of board games with their family and friends, and I thought this would be good. They'll be able to go in the microwave if they have soup or something like that. But these are also great for snacks, like if you're playing games, snacks, chips, pretzels, whatever, candy, M&Ms, yum yum. Anyway, that's what I'm going to make these out of. So I'm going to get this fabric pressed, get all the wrinkles out, and I'll be back and I'll show you my pattern and we'll get started on that. Okay, this is my pattern. It came from Notches Sewing. I got this in March of this year, and it's a very good pattern. I paid for this one. I know there's a lot of free ones and there's a lot of good ones, but I really liked the way that this looked, and I would recommend it. If you're interested, you can go to her website, Not Just Sewing, and you can look this up on YouTube too. They also have them there. But I really, really like this pattern. I like the way it looks. It's like a quilted type instead of just two different colors. It's still two different colors, but you'll see what I mean in a little bit. I just wanted to show you this, and I'm going to start out with this fabric, and I'm going to cut 4 of these and 4 of the, I believe I'm going to use the green one with this. The orange goes with it too, but I think I'm going to use the green with this one, and I'll use the orange with the other one. So we cut 4 of this print and 4 of the gingham. Okay, so I'm going to get my fabric fixed where I can cut 2 at a time. I'm going to attempt to use my rotary cutter with this. I have put a new blade in it, so it probably will work fine. The first time I tried to do that, it did not, and excuse me, I've got to get my glasses on. Where are my glasses? There they are. Okay. All right, so let me get my rotary cutter. I bought a small one for things like this, and for some reason I just couldn't use it right. Maybe I'll try it again. Well, let's just try it. I'll probably go back to my original though. Probably go back to my original. But let's try it. Let's just see how this works. We're cutting 2 at a time. It's just not cutting good. Let me try my big one. Since I changed the blade in it, it should be a lot better. Oh yeah, that's perfect. All right, so I'm going to cut this first one out, and I'll just chat with you while I do it, and then I will put it on time lapse, and I will cut the rest out and play you some music while I'm cutting them out, because you don't need to see me cut all 4 of these out. And if you wanted to, you can just rewind the video and watch it, right? Okay. All right, there's 2. I need 2 more of this kind, this fabric. As a matter of fact, I want to show you, I have 2 different sizes also. It came with 2 different sizes. This is the medium, and it fits most normal size bowls that I've found. This is for small, and I haven't made one out of the small yet, so I don't know. But I just printed out the pattern, and I used some of this foam board from Dollar Tree. That's what I made my pattern out of, and it works pretty well. All right, 2 more of this fabric, and then we'll have 4 of the printed ones. And what's everyone doing for Mother's Day? Is your mother still around? My mother passed away 2 years ago. No, it's been longer than that. She passed away in 2020. So she's been gone 4 years. It's sad. It goes by quickly, even if you're not having fun. But I hope that if your mother is here, that you will go and spend some time with her if you can. If not, be sure to call her. Be sure to send her a card. Just spend some time with your mom, because you never know. You never know. You know, I wasted a lot of years not spending time with my mother or my sister that I have now got a relationship with, and we are... Okay, I'm going to cut that part out. I don't need to say all that. But spend some time with your mom. And if you don't have your mom, find someone that doesn't have a child to spend time with. I think that would be a very, very special thing for them. Because there are people that don't have children or don't have children around. Sometimes their children just aren't able to be here, which is a sad thing, but I know it happens. And just, you know, adopt a mom for the day. Make her feel special. And it'll make you feel special too. Okay, this is the other color, the other print that we're cutting out. And we are going to, I think I already have some batting cut out for one. I'll show you. I used Warm and Natural. It's able to go in the microwave. I have some already cut out from before. 2, 4, 6. I have to have 8 of these, so I have to cut out some more of these. But I've got a lot to cut out anyway because I've got all these to do. I'm going to do 4 in a set. 4 in a set. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and cut out. Let me see. Okay, we're going to cut out. I've got the fabric cut out for the first bowl cozy, and I've got to cut 2 more pieces of batting for that first one, because you have to have 8 pieces of batting for each bowl cozy. Try to keep as much of this as possible. Isn't there any of you use your pieces and sew them together to use instead of wasting them? I do. I save everything and try to use them. This stuff doesn't grow on trees. It's gotten pretty expensive lately. Just about anything to do with sewing, or actually anything to do with anything, is very expensive these days, isn't it? So I save money where I can save money. Okay, let's see if that came. Almost. Okay, so that's all right. That's easy to cut with these wonderful scissors that my friend gave me. Thank you, Miss Tori. All right, I'm just going to put this aside because I'm going to be using it again with the others. I'm just going to show you. And this is what I buy. And you can buy it by the yard or whatever, but these were on sale at Joann's at one time. And so I bought several of them because they were so cheap. So this one is only, it's 45 inches wide. It's a yard. So it gets several. I got them only for the bowl cozies. I'll probably use it for something else if I needed to. But, okay, here's what I'm doing now. I'm just putting the batting with each piece of fabric. Each piece of fabric gets a batting. Because this is a double batting. And I don't know if all of them are because I've only made a couple of other kinds. But, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut out the others, and then, we'll, like I said, I'll time lapse it and we will listen to some pretty music, and then when I get everything cut out, we'll sit down and sew it, and I'll talk to you again. So hang in there. Okay, I have them all cut out. All cut out. The batting is cut out. They're all placed together, ready to sew. I had enough to do one more. Actually, I'll have enough to do two more when let's see, I've lost count, but I think I have enough to do two extras with this fabric. So, but right now, it's Wednesday. We go to church on Wednesday night. It's getting time for me to get ready to do that, clean up my mess here. And if I'm up to it tonight, I'll come back in here after church. If I'm not up to it tonight, I'll get it done tomorrow. But anyway, you're not going to see it till Friday. All right. Thank you for hanging around, but don't go away. I'll be back soon in this video. You won't even know I'm gone. Okay, it's the next day, but I've got them all cut out. We're going to get ready to sew now. I'm going to sew one together and show you how I do that, and then I'll do the rest probably off camera, just so that you can see how I do them. Okay, I hope you are having a wonderful Thursday morning. I am. It's rainy, stormy, and I'm praying for all the ones that are in the path of the storm, because there's been many tornadoes. So I just pray for them this morning. Lord, protect them. Okay, let's get ready to sew. Let's get to it. Okay, the very first thing you want to make really 100% sure of is that you have 100% cotton thread and bobbin. The very first ones I made, everything was 100% cotton. I went right ahead and made everything, got the whole set made, and realized I never changed my thread. So make sure you use 100% cotton thread. First thing we're going to do is take two pieces of the batting and the two different colors, like this. We've got the batting on each side. I'm going to put these together, and I'm going to put them together more after I show you here. We're going to put them together, and we're going to sew this side first. Can you see that? I'm trying to have a good setup here, but I really don't. Let me do it this way. You're going to sew this side first on all four pieces at the top, all four pieces on the bottom. Okay. It's garbage day, so there's trash trucks going. It's a stormy day, so there's going to be noises. Hopefully you can hear me. Okay, I'm going to get these all put together. I'm going to clip them together, and then we will start sewing. I'm going to go ahead and clip them all at the same time and then start sewing, so I'm going to be right back. those sewn together. Now we're going to take the two pieces together and we're going to sew these square edges here. I don't know if you can see. Okay, you see where we just sewed those together. Now this top edge, the long straight edge, we're going to put those together, matching your seams again, pinning them or clipping. And then we're going to take, let me get this together here. Okay, I'm going to sew along here, but we're going to leave an opening right here before you get to the seam. Stop, back stitch on both. Very well. Actually, what I do, and I'll show you after I do it, I go down and I back stitch right here, and then I turn and sew across right here, leaving the seam allowance, and then up like this and back stitch. And then we have that opening, and that gives it plenty of strength there to keep it from coming apart when we turn it. Okay? All right, let's try that. Whoop, hold on, I dropped my little snips and I have to have those, sorry. Okay. All right, here we go. So what I'm going to do is start on this corner, making sure I get all 4 layers. And I'm going to start right here. I'm going to back stitch here. I know you don't have to, but I back stitch, and then I stop right here. I'm going to turn up this way. You can go a little further if you like. I like to leave myself a little room to turn it. And I double back stitch it. And then I come over here and start this way. And I back stitch twice. Okay, didn't mean to. Wasn't thinking. I'll turn it this way. Take the clip out. Let's get the stitches lined up there. And then make sure those seams are together. Go across. If it doesn't line up exactly, as long as you get all those pieces of fabric together, you're good. I'm going to go down to the corner. Now my fabric is not coming all the way down to my batting, so I want to pay attention to that. It'll be okay. It's very forgiving, but be sure that you get that fabric in there before you stop. Okay. I'm going to turn the corner. You see I got a little more allowance there, but that's for the way this ended up for some reason. They didn't match up very well. But that's okay. It's all going to turn out. You'll see. You will see how good it turns out. This is a great little pattern. Like I said, I don't get any kind of freebies or anything like that for telling you about this pattern. This lady, I don't know her. I've only bought this one thing from her, but I really like it. And if I like it, I just want to tell you. So if you like it, you can go get you one. Okay, these are a little better lined up. And as you can tell, I'm not an expert. I'm not a professional. I am not very good at tutorials. I don't do that. I just do for myself. And I can get these open before we get that far. Okay. This is a neat little tool right here, and I'll tell you about it in a few minutes. Come on, get my foot on the pedal the right way. Whoop. Let me get that up under there that way. So it'll be open. Okay. That one's not open, is it? I hope you can hear me. I've got to find a microphone. If someone knows the best microphone for a cell phone, I had ordered some and we tried using them and they just did not work, so I sent them back. And I don't know which ones to get. But I know that there's got to be some good ones out there. I checked my thread on that corner. Put that down in there. Turn it again. These together. Open up the stitch. Open up the stitch, Judy. Make sure these are together good. Back stitch. Trim. I'm going to trim all the little threads. Doesn't really matter what's inside, but I like to trim them. Then we're going to see if these old rickety hands are going to let me turn it in front of you. I have a hard time with these sometimes. Some things I can do, some things I have a hard time doing. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can get it turned here. Okay, now we just get it turned. Well, let me get it started. This is the hardest part for me. It's not really hard, it's just because of my hands. I have a hard time getting this to turn through here simply, but once I get it started, it's not quite so bad. Some days I can't do this at all, but the days I can, I'm grateful. I'm grateful every day. Now, okay, now let me get my little 3-point turner, I believe is what it's called. This clover thing. Is it clover? Yes, it's clover. It's that one I showed you on one of my other videos. And I'm going to go in there and I'm going to get the corners out, make them look nice. Nice as I can. Okay. If I do very many of these kind of sewing segments, I really need to get a different camera set up. That's one of the things I have the hardest time doing on these videos is getting my camera in the right angle, and I'm talking about anything that I do, the cleaning I do or anything. I can't seem to get the camera in the right position where it looks good. And with sewing, you need a certain angle, and this is not it. But I'll try to make do. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me do it right here so I can get to it easier. Maybe I can do it faster this way. Okay, how many have made bowl cozies? How many have tips for me? Because I haven't made that many. This is the, I believe, the third set of this style. And I've made 2 sets of the regular, the free pattern, which is really a good pattern too. I just like the way this one looks. And that's the only reason I have this one. And it's the first time I'd ever seen one like this. Okay, I've got them all turned pretty good. What I'm going to do now, before I do the top stitching, I'm going to go over to the machine and I'm going to, not to the machine, to the iron, and I'm going to press it really good. And you see what I mean by the almost like a quilted look? I really, really, really like this. Okay, I'll be back. I'm going to go press it. Okay, I pressed it a little bit. I'm going to show you completely after I finish. I've got my little opening pinned right here. I must have lost a pin over there. Let me make sure I didn't lose it. Okay, I didn't find the pin, but it's not inside this, and that's the main thing I wanted to know, that it wasn't inside here, which it shouldn't be. Okay, I'm going to top stitch and also close up this opening, and be right back. Okay, it's finished. I top stitched all the way around, and it takes a little fluffing to get it just right. It's actually reversible. If you have different colors on one side, you can have it different on the other side if you'd like. But anyway, that's why I like these, because they look like patchwork. That's actually what they call it, patchwork. But I just think it's so cute. But it takes a little maneuvering. But your bowl, I didn't bring a bowl up here. If I brought a bowl up here, I could show you. What do I have that I could put in there? This is a story for later. This is a bunch of babies. But anyway, it goes in like this. Your bowl would go in like that. And then you just hold it, and you can put it in the microwave. Or, like I said, you can just use it for chips and things, because you can wash them. I wouldn't dry them. They say you can, but I wouldn't. I would just put them like over a bowl upside down to dry like this, because it kind of holds its shape. But, you know, that's a personal preference, I guess. But that's the way they look. And I have 5 more to make. So when I get them all done, I'll show them to you, but there's no sense of me showing you every one. So anyway, there's the little bowl cozy. Patchwork bowl cozy. I really like them. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. I'll finish the video, but I'll finish the sewing, then we'll come back and show you, and then we'll be done. All right, have a wonderful Thursday.
You are faithful, faithful through all things. You are faithful, faithful through all things. You are with us, we are not alone. You remind us to hold on to hope. When we are